Focus group discussion, or FGD, is a widely used method of collecting qualitative data that was originally developed in marketing research and has now expanded into many fields such as education, business, and social studies. In simple terms, a focus group is a structured discussion involving a small group of people, usually consisting of around 7 to 11 participants, who share similar characteristics or backgrounds relevant to the topic being discussed. This discussion is guided by a trained facilitator whose role is to ensure that the conversation remains focused, productive, and inclusive, allowing each participant to freely express their opinions, perceptions, attitudes, motivations, and experiences. One of the key strengths of FGD lies in its ability to gather rich, in-depth information in a relatively short amount of time, making it highly efficient compared to other data collection methods. Unlike regular group conversations, FGDs are specifically designed to explore a particular issue or topic in detail, encouraging participants to interact with one another, respond to different viewpoints, and build upon each other's ideas, which often leads to deeper insights and new perspectives. FGDs are particularly important in various stages of research and decision-making processes, such as identifying problems, planning programs, implementing strategies, and evaluating outcomes. They are often used to design survey questionnaire, develop research hypotheses, and understand complex opinions that cannot easily be captured through written surveys. However, FGDs should be used carefully and only in appropriate situations. For example, they are most effective when the goal is to gain a deeper understanding of opinions or when introducing new programs or services. But they should be avoided when participants feel uncomfortable with each other, when the topic is too sensitive, or when the research requires precise statistical data. Conducting an effective FGD involves several stages, starting from careful preparation before the discussion, including setting clear goals, selecting participants, preparing questions, and organizing logistics. During the discussion, the facilitator must create a comfortable and open environment, encourage participation, and guide the conversation without dominating it. After the discussion, the collected data must be analyzed carefully to identify patterns, themes, and conclusions that can be used for decision-making or further research. Despite its many advantages, focus group discussion, or FGD, also has several limitations that need to be carefully considered in order to use this method effectively. On the positive side, one of the most important strengths of FGD is its ability to create synergy among participants. This means that when individuals interact within a group, they are able to generate more ideas, perspectives, and insights compared to when they are working alone. The dynamic exchange of opinions allows participants to build upon each other's responses, often leading to richer and more meaningful discussions. In many cases, one participant's comment can trigger new thoughts or reactions from others, creating what is often referred to as a snowball effect, where ideas continue to grow and develop throughout the discussion. This process not only enhances the quality of the data collected, but also reveals diverse viewpoints that might not emerge in individual interviews or written surveys. In addition, FGDs provide a stimulating and supportive environment that encourages participants to express themselves more openly. Because the discussion takes place in a group setting, individuals often feel more comfortable and less pressured. Compared to formal one-on-one interviews, this sense of comfort can increase participants' confidence, allowing them to share their thoughts, feelings, and experiences more freely. As a result, the responses obtained during FGDs are often more spontaneous, natural, and honest. This spontaneity is particularly valuable in qualitative research, as it helps capture genuine reactions and emotions that reflect real-life perspectives. Furthermore, the interactive nature of FGDs can make the discussion more engaging and enjoyable, which can motivate participants to be more active and involved throughout the session. However, despite these strengths, FGDs also come with several notable weaknesses. One major concern is the potential for misuse, especially when use FGD results to justify their pre-existing assumptions or opinions, rather than to explore new insights. Objectively, in such cases, the discussion may be directed in a way that limits genuine exploration and reduces the credibility of the findings. Another challenge lies in the process of data interpretation. While conducting an FGD may appear relatively simple, analyzing the results is often complex and requires strong analytical and critical thinking skills. Researchers must carefully examine the discussion to identify patterns, themes, and key insights, while also considering the context and group dynamics that may influence participants' responses. Moreover, FGDs have limitations in terms of depth at the individual level, because the discussion involves multiple participants and is usually limited by time. Each person may only have a limited opportunity to express their thoughts in detail. This means that some important personal experiences or deeper insights might not be fully explored. In addition, group dynamics can sometimes create challenges, such as dominant participants who speak more frequently and influence the direction of the discussion, while quieter participants may feel hesitant to share their opinions. This can lead to unbalanced participation and potentially biased results if not properly managed. Another critical factor that determines the success of an FGD is the skill of the facilitator. A skilled facilitator plays a crucial role in guiding the discussion, maintaining focus on the topic, encouraging equal participation, and managing conflicts or differences of opinion among participants. On the other hand, poor facilitation can result in ineffective discussions, lack of engagement, or even misleading conclusions. Therefore, facilitators must be well-trained and capable of creating a neutral, respectful, and inclusive environment for all participants. Considering both its strengths and weaknesses, it is important to understand that FGD should not be used as a standalone method. Instead, it should be combined with other research methods, such as surveys or individual interviews, to provide a more comprehensive understanding of the topic being studied. By using multiple methods, researchers can validate their findings and gain both broad and in-depth insights. In conclusion, focus group discussion is a powerful and flexible tool for collecting qualitative data, especially when the goal is to explore opinions, attitudes, and experiences in depth. Its ability to generate rich discussions, encourage interaction, and reveal diverse perspectives makes it highly valuable in research and decision-making processes. However, to fully benefit from this method, it must be used carefully, supported by proper planning, skilled facilitation, and thoughtful analysis. When applied correctly, FGD becomes not only a method of data collection, but also a meaningful process of understanding human perspectives in a more holistic and insightful way. Another important aspect to consider in focus group discussion is its role in uncovering social and cultural influences behind participants' opinions. In many cases, individuals do not form their views in isolation, but are influenced by their environment, such as family, peers, education, and social norms. Through group interaction, FGDs allow researchers to observe how these influences shape opinions in real time. For example, when one participant shares an idea, others may agree, disagree, or even modify their views based on the discussion. This makes FGD not only a tool for collecting answers, but also a method for understanding how and why people think in a certain way within a social context. Furthermore, FGDs are highly useful in the early stages of research or project development. They help researchers or decision makers identify key issues, explore public perceptions, and generate ideas before designing more structured methods like surveys or experiments. This exploratory nature makes FGDs very valuable in fields such as education, marketing, social research, and community development, where understanding human behavior and perception is essential. To conclude, focus group discussion is more than just a method of collecting data. It is a process of meaningful human interaction that reveals deeper insights into thoughts, experiences, and social influences. While it offers many advantages such as idea generation, open communication, and rich qualitative data, it also comes with challenges that must be carefully managed, including group bias, limited individual depth, and the need for skilled facilitation. Therefore, the effectiveness of FGD depends not only on the method itself, but also on how it is planned, guided, and analyzed. When used alongside other research methods, FGD becomes even more powerful in providing a complete and balanced understanding of a topic. Ultimately, focus group discussion reminds us that understanding people is not just about collecting answers, but about listening, observing, and interpreting the meaning behind their voices. Thank you.